I'm going to sidekick today.
It's like,
Same here.
Right here. What's his name?
Wilson.
What does he look like?
Decapitated.
Looks like Will turns backwards.
Like somebody.
Do you guys? That is real hair. I want you to know.
That's disgusting.
Do you know how awkward it is to walk into a hair salon and just ask for a bag of hair?
I'm a little slow.
You can do it all the time, actually.
Yeah, I know. Actually, that's she was like, oh yeah. I'm like, is this a common request? Or yeah, depends the time of year. I'm like,
Yeah, for gardening. Keeps the rabbits out.
is that what it's for?
It's ready to garden.
I don't know why. I was just like, wow, I can't believe you have a question. I'm probably not going to answer. Yeah.
No, it's not a question.
Okay, then I'm probably not going to answer it. You tell me later. All right, because who likes the nice weather outside?
Me.
It's nice out.
We should as soon as I'm done. I'm going to be quick. Maybe.
Maybe.
Preachers do that?
Depends how many times.
How many times you get interrupted?
Exactly. There it is. All right. All right. So let me tell you a little story because this is for who likes fire.
I almost started.
Are you sticking around this?
You
sticking around?
Fires.
No, I was just gonna say if you do, you should man the fire extinguisher. It's just better safe than sorry, right?
We had to use it.
Okay. All right. So story time. You guys ready? All right.
Make me whistle.
All right, so here's what happened. I was this true story. This really happened. I was on my way to go meet with another youth pastor when I was out in North Dakota, and we were going down there. And I was thinking we had this big joint service. It was a big Speed the Light service, and our theme was fire. And I was like, man, what am I going to preach on? You know, what am I going to speak? And because I was a person, I was on deck. I got to speak, and it was like a big gathering. It was kind of like a regional Speed the Light service type of a thing. And so I'm sitting there, and it was a nice, like today is a really nice day. I'm like, I'm going to take my bike out. And I had, well, Dad used to call his bike the Beast, right? I mean, that thing was incredibly difficult to start. No. I said no. It's a motorcycle. So do you start a bicycle?
Sometimes.
Pedal, yeah.
Why is this not starting? Oh, there's no engine.
Yeah.
Anyway, so here's what's going on. I'm sitting down. It's a nice day out. I had just been driving it the day before, so I got my starter fluid, and I'm sitting there. I get the seat up, and I give it a shot of starter fluid. It kicks on, and then it backfires and it stops. And it does this like 5 times in a row. And so I pull the seat up, pull out the air filter, and I grab my starter fluid and gave it a good squirt, kind of looking down there, and hit the electronic ignition. And guess what happened? Deer heads. Fire. Why does it do that? Spark. It spark? Exactly. It sparks and it backfires, right?
No, don't do that. Don't do it this way.
So that's kind of what happened to my face right there. It was awesome, right? That's what happens when you
Keep going. Keep doing it. Burn the whole thing.
Woo! That was my face!
Oh my goodness.
You guys like that? All right.
I knew it was his face.
That seriously was my face. So guess what? It shot back and it washed over my face. Oh,
That was my face, like I said first.
Black and melted. Well, aren't you attractive?
Keep that door closed, though. The smell is pulling. All right.
That's what I knew that stuff's going to stink.
Yes, it does. You guys smell it yet?
No.
No, but I burnt my hair.
The smell of burned hair, all right?
So your face melted in?
Not my face, my hair. Okay, so my eye... We have a fire alarm! Our building is safe.
Stop, drop and roll.
It smells kind of like Subway.
What kind of stuff are you eating? Anyway, okay, so this is what happened, all right? My eyebrows fused solid, and my eyelashes were like one piece, one big eyelash. Every time I'm saying it's just crazy. First I had to get them open, and now who remembers about a year ago? I was. A couple of weeks ago, I was in the high school, and Hannah, you guys know Hannah. Hannah was kind of freaking out. She hadn't seen me since I trimmed my beard. Hannah Costa. My beard was like 10 inches long and braided, and that lit on fire too. That was a joy. And so I'm like, well, I guess I'm not riding my bike. And I got in my car and I drove, because this is about a half an hour drive to go meet this guy. And you all smell it now. I can tell because you're covering your faces. This was the smell inside my car. because my hair was burnt. I mean, it was like little spots. You know, like when you put like hair gel and stuff in your hair, and you get these spots where they're stuck together. That was my hair all over. It was crazy. I mean, just whoosh, it washed my face in fire. And oddly enough, you know, and I've been thinking and praying earlier today. I'm like, God, I need a really good illustration. And then God lit my face on fire. Wonderful. So be careful when you ask God for something really, really memorable like that, because He might give it to you. You might. Okay, so my face wasn't that melted, but I sure smelled like burned hair.
You open the door now.
No, not yet. Because now here's the point. Because earlier that day I had been reading here. Who's got a Bible on him?
Back there.
Okay, who has a Bible that can look up a verse for me?
There's your phone.
There's a Bible on there. It's mine. There.
Do you allow phone Bibles?
I allow phone Bibles. Yeah, somebody look up. And this is for later. But look up Matthew 3:11. All right. I was actually just reading out of Daniel. Now, everybody remembers this story. It's the beginning of Daniel, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, right?
Yep.
All right, so these guys, did the smell get into you?
Yeah.
This was I was like 45 minutes. I could not escape the smell of burned hair. Okay, so check this out right here. Nebuchadnezzar, the king, to all the peoples, nations, and every man. Oh, that's chapter 4, my bad. Chapter 3. Basically, I'm going to run through this real fast. Nebuchadnezzar sets up this giant idol, and he tells everybody, when you hear these instruments, when they start playing, they're singing the bunny song, right? You guys know the bunny song? That's the VeggieTale version. All right. They're going to sing a praise to me. You all bow down and worship this image because it represents me, and I am a god. For this reason, at a certain time, the Chaldeans came forward and brought charges. Actually, I'm going to jump to chapter 3, verse 4. Then the herald loudly proclaimed to you, the command is given, O peoples, nations, of every man, of every language. At the moment you hear the sound of the horn, flute, lyre, trigon, psaltery, the bagpipe. They had bagpipes back then, guess what? And all kinds of music, you are to fall down and worship the golden image that Nebuchadnezzar the king has set up. But whoever does not fall down and worship shall immediately be cast into the midst of the furnace of blazing fire. Therefore, at that time, when all the peoples heard the sound of the horn, flute, lyre, trigon, psaltery, bagpipe, all kinds of music, all the people, nations, and men of every language fell down and worshipped the golden image he set up. For this reason, you can open it. Now it's getting to me, too. You open the door. Thank you. This smell's probably not going to go away anytime soon.
I'm standing it over here, don't.
They brought charges against the Jews, all right?
Go ahead, fan it over there, as long as it gets out of my face.
They responded and said to Nebuchadnezzar, okay, so this is what's going on. So this is what's going on, people. These people had some enemies. These people said, we don't like these guys because they stand for this God. We can't find any fault, any wrong. We can't manipulate them and get them to do what we want them to do. So let's trap them here. For this reason, these people brought the charges against the Jews, and the Jews said to Nebuchadnezzar the king, O king, live forever. So, all right, so they're being defiant in their faith, and they're being respectful. Remember that. You yourself, O king, have made a decree that every man who hears the sound of the horn, flute, lyre, trigon, psaltery, and bagpipe, and all kinds of music are to fall down and worship the golden image. But whoever does not fall down and worship will be cast in the middle of the furnace. There are certain Jews to whom you have appointed over the administration of the province of Babylon, namely Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. These men disregard you. Nebuchadnezzar, in a rage, gave orders to bring Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. These men are brought before the king. Nebuchadnezzar said to them, is it true that what I've heard, did you not bow down? Now, if you are ready, so since he was enraged. But now, if you're ready, he was still polite. If you're ready now, in front of me, we're going to strike at the music.
Oh my gosh.
And if you are ready now to fall down and worship the image that I have made, very well. But if you will not worship, you will immediately cast in the middle of the furnace of blazing fire. And what God is there who can deliver you out of my hands? Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego answered and said to the king, O Nebuchadnezzar, we do not need to give you an answer concerning this matter. They basically said, you know what, our God that we worship is so powerful, I don't really even need to answer that because it doesn't need answering. My God is so powerful that he's, you think that you're all of that. My God is so powerful, I don't even need to bother with that question. They said, O Nebuchadnezzar, we do not need to give you an answer concerning this matter. If it be so, our God, whom we serve, is able to deliver us from the furnace of blazing fire, and he will deliver us out of your hand, O king. But even if he does not, let it be known to you, O king, that we are not going to serve your gods or worship the golden image that you have set up. So they're saying, you know what? God is able. God can. He has that power. But even if he doesn't, we still know right from right. We still know wrong from wrong. We're not going to do this because we serve this God. Anybody ever prayed for something and not got it?
Yeah.
Did you pray for something crazy like, God, I need $1 million?
No.
And a bag of Cool Ranch Doritos. Stat!
They might get the Doritos.
Just call your dad.
You ever prayed for something even bigger that your dad can't provide? Like, God, I need this person that I love has a major medical situation. I need healing.
Oh, yeah.
And then not got that? Sometimes things happen just because God doesn't answer the way we want him to doesn't mean that God is not God or that he is less than what you thought he was. Because God is God and he's sovereign, he's over it. He can see all those other things that are happening and he has a bigger and better plan sometimes than what we can imagine. That's what's happening right here. Nebuchadnezzar said, there's no God big enough to rescue you from me. I am the king of the entire known world. Just look at the size of the statue I built. That thing is huge. He looks awesome because he looks like me.
Yeah,
Nebuchadnezzar, he had a bit of a big head, and I'm not talking about the statue version. I'm talking about the real Nebuchadnezzar. It's a bad pun. Anyway. Even if our God does not save us, they say, he's still God. So it goes on. And Nebuchadnezzar was filled with wrath. I love some of these Old Testament passages. You guys read the Old Testament? It's fun. Nebuchadnezzar, first of all, it's filled with cool names like Nebuchadnezzar. It was filled with wrath, and his facial expression was altered. It was altered. Okay, so you guys are all on Facebook, right?
No.
Most of you? All right, so you see those pictures sometimes that people post of like people making crazy faces, or like, so basically he's like this. Look at me, I'm on a statue, and he's like,
That looks like you are constipated.
yeah, exactly. So he was altered. He was so mad that he was throwing a crybaby fit, like one of those people you'd see on one of those Facebook pictures, just like you just face all squished and just you don't know what I'm saying, troll face or something, right? Some of you guys caught that. All right. His facial expression was altered towards them, and he answered by giving orders to heat the furnace 7 times more than was usually. This guy gets everything he wants. He's not used to being told no.
Nope.
And they were polite. They were respectful. Like, we're sorry, we cannot do this because of our beliefs. Now these 3 men, and we're in chapter 3 here, but if you read the first 2 chapters, Daniel's hardly mentioned the first couple chapters of his own book. Well, he's in chapter 2, but in the first one, not so much. These 3 guys, and they kind of fall into the picture here in this book. But they made a habit of taking a stand for their faith, for standing up for what they believe, and taking risks for their faith. You guys take risks?
Yes.
I dance in the lunchroom.
Dance a lot? Now, risk taking can be fun, right? It adds a little excitement. Like I was we went the other week. We were in the Mall of America, and you guys, anybody been to new? What do they call it? Nickelodeon ride thing? I went on this SpongeBob ride. Yeah, it was straight up. My son didn't want to go on it. My daughter, she's a risk taker. She's like, let's go on that straight down.
It's scary.
Upside down.
Awesome.
And then it goes dual loop.
Yeah, it was really cool. But we go to amusement parks because we like to simulate danger and adventure while not really placing ourselves in harm's way. Mark Batterson said this. Actually, I didn't even realize it until I was reading this earlier this morning. Mark Batterson said this, and it's a great quote: "Quit living like the purpose of life is to arrive safely at death."
So we're supposed to get in trouble.
No.